Today we're sitting down with Aren, founder of KD Trainer, one of the biggest personal training company in Penang and probably in Malaysia as well.
Hopefully.
He has trained over thousands of people get into fitness, become fitter, become stronger, become better in their lives, improving their daily lives, including myself, who I think this was back, I don't know, 3-4 years ago when he first got me started into going to the gym, getting fitter and getting better. I'm really grateful for that.
No problem.
Now, to get things started, right?
Get these guns.
To get it started, I want to understand what you do at KD Trainer and also why KD Trainer exists. All right. So maybe you can, I love fitness a lot, right? So maybe you can let me know why is it important that people, people go for exercises and get fit. Why is it so important for that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So first, let me answer your question. What's KD Trainer first? Yeah. I think when people look at KD Trainer, they immediately think of a gym. So we are actually not a gym. We offer personal training services and fitness education, and we also do like corporate fitness stuff. Right? So that's what we do. But our main thing is definitely personal training. Okay. And why we exist? I think the core reason why we exist is we really want to share the beauty of exercise to people. I think that people have forgotten how to move, like how we were before.
Okay.
Right? I think now it's all about the office, the desk, sitting down. Life is just too sedentary right now, right? And I think it's our mission that we want to bring back movement into this world. So yeah, I think you can call us people who have already reaped the benefits of exercise. Like we know what exercise can do. I mean, you too, right? It's there's so many benefits to it, right? On top of that, you gain confidence, you gain a sense of achievement, so many things, the list goes on and on. But it's sad that a lot of people don't know this.
Why do you think a lot of people do not know this?
I think it's clear in the data, especially in Malaysia, you can see obesity rates going right really, really high, the rate of high blood pressure, high cholesterol, all these kind of things. They don't exist. They did not exist in the past, but they are so what do you call it? It's a lot of people with it right now. These diseases, and if only people knew that this disease can be prevented with exercise like 3 times a week, the world will be in such a better place. And I think that's our purpose. We want to show people that it's time to move. You get a better life.
Okay. But today we have Facebook, we have Instagram, we have LinkedIn, we have Google, and there's so much media going around. I'm sure people will be aware by now that exercise is important. Why are they not clicking? Or how do you motivate people to click and say, hey, I want to go exercise? Is that motivational factor or what it is in your experience?
Yeah, of course, definitely getting someone to exercise, it's a very tough thing to do, or else everyone will be exercising, right? Okay. But like you said, the first thing I think is because of the media. I mean, for the fitness industry, there's just so many kind of different informations you will get.
So
too much, and especially you get all these fake or false hope by companies who just want to sell quick.
What are some false?
Like, I don't know, lose 10 kilos in 30 days.
So those kind of ads we see are
6-week challenge, eat this pill, take this tea, try this diet, this kind of, So, I mean, they are selling all these kind of things so they can sell their product fast, of course. So they need a very compelling reason for someone to do so. So they sell you all this impossible dream, or these dreams that are very temporary. So all this losing 10 kilos in 4 weeks, it doesn't work, and we all know that. Yeah, these are all six-pack shortcuts, very famous Mike Chang, right, in the past. So all these things, they are very interesting to look at, but we know for a fact that it does not work, right? Fitness is, for us, we know that it's a lifestyle, it's a long-term strategy. Like, you should be working out until the day you die. That's how fitness should be, actually, but it's not sexy, this kind of marketing. Right. I ask you, okay, you should be working out for the rest of your life, the end. But nobody is going to be drawn to that kind of messaging. But that's the truth.
Right. So when it comes to marketing, I see that you do a lot of marketing, a lot of content marketing, right? Let's talk a bit about marketing right now, right?
Okay.
So based on what you just told me, that people need to learn and also be aware about the real exercise, the real fitness, how fitness really works. How do you put out content on that, or what kind of content do you put out into the market?
Okay. So I would say the number one platform that we use is definitely Facebook. So a lot of video contents, a lot of infographics, mini infographics. And we have been pumping out content since day one without fail. Every day we're trying to just share some tips or any kind of thing related to fitness. So our content is very, you can call it educational in a way. But we are also finding difficulties. Like our content, like I said earlier, it's not sexy. Like telling you, oh, you should eat less, right? You should do this exercise. It's very hard to get the message through, but that's what we know works. That's the truth,
Right.
But people are just not really drawn to the truth. But we just don't give up. We keep on
Producing consistently
as much as we can, with the intent of we really want to help people out there, especially and if we hit the right person, they would see like, oh, okay, these people actually make sense. We have the same idea.
Authenticity.
Yeah. So we just want to spread the truth, basically, of what we know works and what does not.
Right. When I teach digital marketing in classes, a lot of people like to ask, do you have a schedule for posting content? In your case, I'm sure it's video content and infographics, but do you have a schedule for posting content? Like which days do you post content? What time do you post content? Let's talk about Facebook maybe.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
First of all, you guys should know that I have a very what do you call it? Hardworking, diligent marketing team. So props to them first, right?
Yeah.
So our content is really based on just simple like strategy. Every single day we want to pump out as much as we can, 1 to 2 contents per day. So we are right now, our strategy is aiming for 1 normal content like infographics, simple pictures, tips, and 1 video per day. So that's our aim right now. So our schedule is basically 2 a day.
1 video per day?
Yes, that's our target.
And how big is your marketing team to produce such content?
Okay, I mean, we are a small company, so we are not 100% marketers. Okay, we are marketing, and then we do training, and then we do some other kind of work.
We wear many hats, like everyone wears
exactly.
many hats.
Everyone has a lot of hats in this small startup, right? So, but mainly there's 4 of us, including myself, that's doing marketing in the team right now.
Oh, and do you see content marketing working for you?
Definitely, because our biggest lead generator is actually organic.
Organically.
Right? We don't really know how to use paid ads very well yet.
Okay.
And we've just, like I said, been pumping out content since day one, and it has worked.
It has worked for you.
It has worked, right? People are approaching us, sending message.
So when you say organically, do you mean organically on social media, on Facebook, or organically on Google? Do you know?
Okay, both. Actually, both. But I think our main, if you were to ask me to put a number, I would say about 60% from Facebook. And the 40% is from SEO.
SEO.
Yes. Right. So we do obviously rank on Google as well. I mean, I will make sure our site is noticeable. And we also spend a little bit on Google Ads from time to time. So from coming from these 2 platforms is our okay, you could say one is semi-paid already, not really organic, but Facebook, I would say it's very, very organic.
It's very organic
because we really put out a lot of content on Facebook as compared to...
Maybe because Facebook is also a social media platform and most of your type of clients are in Facebook, right?
I think, okay, so if you want to talk about that, our target clients, they are all over the place, but they are a little bit older, like people who take personal training. They are on 30 plus, And I think Facebook has generated a lot of attention with their platform. I mean, almost everyone is on Facebook today, right? So that's what we're targeting. Like, where is the most attention we can grab on social media? Just doing our content. So that's why we use Facebook.
All right, so you use a combination of Google, organic on Google, organically on Facebook with content, a little bit of paid ads on Google. You also use a bit of Facebook ads, right?
Yes.
Do you have a funnel, like a sales funnel?
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So as of now, our personal training, we don't really have a funnel like a digital marketing funnel, but we do have you can call this an organic funnel. I don't know what's the name of it.
Okay.
But yeah, so all the leads that come in from our Google or our website or our Facebook or Instagram, is also meddle a bit with Instagram. So all these people, they will usually come in for a first appointment. We call it an initial consultation.
Okay.
Where they'll meet our relationship manager. Right? So we'll go through with them with things like how can we help you today, or why are you looking for a personal trainer? So then we offer, okay, we can help you this way, blah blah. So that's the first step. And then after that, they decide whether they wanna sign up or not.
I see.
Then they become
So let me visualize your funnel, right? Your funnel comes in from Facebook. You put out content,
Correct.
right? Organic content, videos and all that kind of things. People message you, turning them into a lead on Facebook.
Correct.
You bring them down to a lead magnet by giving them maybe a free assessment.
Correct.
And then you convert them into a customer.
Yes.
So that's your funnel, right?
Definitely. Correct.
Right. So I believe a lot of businesses out there do have a funnel themselves, but they're not aware it's a funnel. They're already doing it for, I don't know, ages, but they do not know it's a funnel. But yeah, that's a funnel per se. Now, when your customers or your clients, right? Your clients go through the whole customer journey, becomes a client, and takes about 3 months to finish the whole program.
It really depends.
It depends on their needs and the solutions for them, right?
Yeah.
After that, do they come back to become? Do you actually value add to a client, or do you actually value add in some by selling them a product, by extending their memberships, or?
Okay, we actually do not have any kind of. We don't sell any kind of products. We only sell personal training services. Okay, so now that you mention it, I think we do have a package that will benefit long-term clients more. Like they get a certain benefit if they would to stay with us for 3 months. They demonstrated certain qualities that we look for. For example, they don't skip training and things like that. So we do reward them with a package that has better benefits. Because at the end of the day, we just want them to really exercise.
Right.
And you know it's hard to have that discipline to really just come and exercise. But when we find clients like this, we do give them this kind of reward.
That reminds me of another type of funnel in the growth hacking funnel. It's called the R funnel. Have you heard of it?
No.
AARR.
Okay.
So it starts with acquisition, and then it goes down. And the end of the whole funnel, one of it is referral. So I'm guessing that a lot of for your clients that goes through the whole customer journey becomes an advocate, and then they refer. Do they refer people back?
100%. Especially clients who have seen a lot of changes, like they lose this amount of weight, or they successfully became a healthy individual after having like hypertension or high cholesterol, and they're now normal. I mean, you would naturally want to tell people about it, especially your loved ones. You want the best for them. So I think that has also been happening a lot over here. So, but this process takes time. Right? You have to show them the results first, months, sometimes years. Then, but after that, they want the best for people around them they love. So they will just refer without even hesitating, because that they have reaped the benefits. Now they want to let people around them get the same thing.
I see. Okay. When we get back after this break, we're going to talk a bit about the video content that Aren does, drill down into a little bit about the content, the way he does it, and also probably get some tips for people who are starting off doing marketing for their businesses, or maybe for trainers who are trying to get into the industry. See you in a bit.
Okay, my name is Lee. I'm a business owner in the industry of swimming pool construction. So basically, this is my first time to enroll into a digital marketing course, because I believe that in the industry nowadays, even business owner like us has to be have enough exposure and knowledge, fundamental knowledge in digital and cyberspace world as well. So I found this course has been very resourceful. The instructor very helpful. And basically, as a student, I feel feel supported because of the information, and even the support group, even after the course ended, still there. So it gives us a peace of mind Even though sometimes I'm not a very technical guy, sometimes we feel not catching up in the course, but I always feel supported even after the course ends.
Okay, welcome back. Now, I want to ask you a really serious question, right? Now, when I first knew you, when you first helped me got into the whole fitness thing, you were a solo trainer. Now, how did you manage to grow from being a solo trainer into now a group of personal trainers, a company of personal trainers, right?
Wow, this is a deep question. Yeah. So, we back then, I think Ruben was the one that helped me with the first thing we had, which is the website.
Okay.
Right, KD Trainer. I think that was in 2015, right?
Wow. Back then,
Yeah, 4 years ago. So at that time I think Ruben was dictating my ideas and everything. Okay, how did I scale? I think
In simple words.
in simple words,
yeah,
I think
summary.
I think I just had the vision, and I knew where I want to take this thing. I didn't just want to do a small studio kind of thing. I knew I want to go really big, like make it a global brand if possible. So I think my habits, my behavior, the way I do work, it's really according to what I envision, right? So if I want to really be a big company one day, I have to act, even though
Like
I'm
a big
small,
company.
like a big company. So I think it all just sets in after that.
The mindset.
The mindset of
mindset.
scaling, it has been there since day one. So I think I'm just working towards that.
Right. And who is one guru or somebody in the market space that you look up to?
In
I think
marketing?
I know. Yeah, in marketing, in business. Who do you look up to?
Okay, definitely it's Ruben Cheng, right? That's my answer. So Ruben has always been my go-to guy, right? Whenever I need marketing help, it's been great help to me since day one. But if you're asking for like people that I don't know, right? I think we are on the same page. I think it's definitely Gary Vaynerchuk.
What is one thing or one marketing mindset that you like from Gary Vee?
I think he is very practical, and at the same time he has this ability to see into the future, or what do you call it? Like he knows what's coming and he prepares himself for it.
He's good at predicting markets.
Yeah. He knows like where the market is going into LinkedIn soon. Like he knows people are going to voice soon. Like he knows it, and it's coming from a very practical side of things. So I think a lot of like all the content that I was talking about earlier, like why are we dishing out content day by day by day? I think this comes from his if you know this book called Jab Right Hook.
Yeah.
Yeah, like give before you actually ask.
Right.
But we're still terrible at the asking part. That's why there's no ads yet. But since day one, I've been giving without any kind of expectation, just wanting to help people out there.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think all his things really resonates with me, makes sense. So.
But if I were to put in your jabs into context, right? Those would be the content that you create, correct? So when it comes to creating content, you do a lot of video content, right? Do you follow a framework to doing that, or how do you create content that people want to engage with? Do you have any tips for that, or?
Okay, I think coming up with content that people want to engage with is it's something that has always been challenging to us, because none of us are from a marketing background. Right? We're all engineers, different kind of professions that become trainers, but nobody really from the marketing background. So I think it's just testing. Like putting out this video, see how people react to it. People like it, do more. People don't like it, do less. Just like that, right? I've been very analytical kind of
I
thing.
see. Have you heard about the STEPS framework by Jonah Berger?
No.
Please so during most of the classes that we teach, digital marketing classes, we teach them this framework called the STEPS framework. It's not a framework, it's by this author called Jonah Berger. I think that's how we pronounce his name. But it's so STEPPS. Right? So to create something that goes viral, we just follow this framework. Right? S stands for stories. So if we create stories, something potentially goes viral. T stands for trigger. You create content that triggers something in his childhood, for example. E stands for emotions. You create something that invokes emotion, right? There's two P. The first P is practical value. You create content that is practical in value. How to fold a shirt in 5 seconds. People will share that kind of content. The second P is public. You create content that is known by the public. And the last one is S, which I think is one of the most important things today, social currency.
Okay.
Which means you create content that people want to share because they feel good about themselves. Right. I'm smart. I'm something like that, right? That's why people buy Starbucks, social currency, and then they post it on Instagram. So we follow this framework when we create content for social media for the digital market. So based on that long explanation, do you do any sort of that, or do you think which part of your content falls into the practical value, or the stories part, or the public part?
Okay, see, I just learned something new again. Number one guy. Okay, so I think if you were to put it in that framework, I think we actually are doing that already, just without noticing it.
Noticing it, right?
Yeah. Especially the last, I like that currency part.
Social currency.
Like, why we want to share this so they look like, maybe the first one also, like story. I don't think we are doing it in a story manner. But that's what I'm trying to do in 2019 to make it more relevant to someone who just started exercising, right? We have been giving out this persona like we're professionals, this is what we do, creating that authority.
Okay.
But what I realize is when we do silly videos, like recently we did
the beach video,
people really engage more. So they want more authentic kind of stuff. Like, okay, these people are also
vulnerable as well, right? We are people at the end of the day.
Exactly. We are people, we are just we are the same, right? So people, we see that people actually respond to that kind of stuff more. Maybe that's what I will strategize in this coming.
Yeah, there's so many you can choose from. I mean, for example, like stories. I mean, that's why people like stories from this guy was so fat then, and then in don't know how many months he becomes like that. That's a good story, right? So people love story. They share this kind of things, and that thing goes viral.
Okay. So there's a segment in our Facebook where we have client of the month.
Okay.
Right. So they will share their journey in an interview, something like this, and then we will show them the workouts, and then we show them, this is how they look before, this is how they look after, and that's not the main thing. Right? There's so many things that you get from exercise. So I think if our audiences were to listen to their stories from their mouth instead of ours, it's much more authentic. Yeah, it's much more convincing because we're not making this thing up. It's what they have experienced, right?
I see.
So those kind of content also do generate more engagement with the audience.
So now that I know that you create a lot of content, and content is one of your forefront strategy in marketing. Now, what's the biggest challenge when it comes to you in digital marketing? The biggest challenge, like something that you haven't cracked, or something that you want to go into, but not yet, or what's the biggest challenge?
Biggest challenge I would say right now actually would be, there's a lot, but if you would point it down to one, I would say actually we also have been trying to use our marketing strategies to get in more talents. Yes, because that's the HR side of things, but they still kind of use marketing to get people, right?
People need to love your brand, you need to know what you do.
They call this, employer branding, right?
Okay.
So that's something that we've been always struggling with. Like, how do we get talents? It's been very challenging for us to get in new trainers, but we don't know how to reach to the prospects out there. So I think I would say that's the challenge. One of our biggest challenges.
Okay. Now, let's say let's say there's someone who's starting a new business. All right, I'm someone new. I'm someone who is totally fresh in marketing, whether I'm doing fitness or not. What would you advise them to focus on in terms of marketing?
Right.
Yeah. So should I focus on content, or should I focus on what is the one focus that I should focus on based on your experience?
Based on my experience, what should you be focusing on? I think the number one thing for me is actually when you have an audience, or if there's someone that you want to reach out to, just give it all your heart. Like, how do you provide as much value as possible to the one? They are wasting their 10 seconds watching your video, they're wasting their 1 minute, right? Why should they watch it? What kind of value can you give in that 1 minute?
Right.
And just keep on doing that, I guess.
Last advice I want to take from you, right? Now, if I were to do what you just advised, I would to work really, really hard, which most entrepreneurs would do, right? Definitely. Now, I know that you hustle a lot, right? You work hard a lot, you work long hours. How do you not burn out?
Oh, to be honest, I do burn out. Definitely, I do burn out. I think that's one of the things that I also want to learn in 2019, how to rest more effectively, more efficiently, so I can come back and do things. So I would say burning out for me, how do I not? Your question was how do I not?
Yeah,
burn
how
out?
do you not burn out? How do you continue doing it without?
Right. Okay. How do I
stopping?
continue? I think definitely it's the drive that I mentioned in the first part of this video, that I really want to see a world that loves exercising more, having that strong
Why.
like Simon Sinek, right?
Yeah.
I think that has been there since day one. Like we really start with why, and if you go into our office, you can see things like we want to
Yeah,
want to move the world.
Yeah.
So I think that drive that keeps us coming up,
Going forward and
keep
forward.
going even though we burn out. Yeah, that's because there's this thing that we really want to see happen.
Okay. Thank you so much for the session
problem.
today. So yeah, so if you like to see content like this, do subscribe to us on YouTube, like us on our Facebook, and how do people find your page, or where do they get an assessment from you?
Okay, I think you can just Google or Facebook KD Trainer. You should be easy to find if my SEOs are right. If my SEOs are right, it should be easy to find. Yeah, just hit us up.
Okay, and I'll also mention your site, which is kdtrainer.com, right? Down here in the descriptions
This
below.
guy did it.
And we'll see you in the next episode then.
Okay.
Bye-bye.